thing that comes up to mind is the T-shaped skill building that we talk about right now. Do you think that will be the next thing? Like more generalists with one deep skill, but adjacent general skills at a great level.
So I personally think like being a T skill usually helps you with your personal life as well. And I relate that with that thing only. Like for example, if you are good with riding bikes and all, you might also be learning the skill of repairing your bike, not to a major extent, but till all the minor parts and all. Similarly, for any skill that you learn, there's this auxiliary benefit that's going to come out of that skill. So consider the same thing with design also. And it's also in a way that something that's not a job demands or something, but you as a person should that have that hunger to learn new skill to make you better. I love mindset, right? Yes. Also, the thing is like you don't have to essentially be pro at the beginning itself. Everyone starts from zero, so just start with zero and slowly as things go up, take it from there and see how it leads you up and helps you out. Again, I guess I lost it. So yeah, I said my answer. I guess.
So many of our friends, so many of our designers searching for jobs relentlessly, right? Why do you think they are missing the point or slacking in the process?
So I personally can't comment on anybody's journey and how it happened. Basically because everybody's trying their own ways. But what I think is like market is so crowded that it's very hard for people to stand out. So I say put your craft up and pull up your socks and make yourself better. Don't just stick with only one thing and don't just think ki UX designer's job is to only make wireframes. Come out of that shell, try and learn different things. Be very proactive about approaching people. Never get shy to approach people and ask about it. The best instance is if you haven't asked me around, I wouldn't have also known the great stuff that you are doing better. So feel free to explore, ask around people you if you're not getting directly via LinkedIn, just ping them. But I feel like the whole design community is very nice and empathetic folks are there. So they'll all be there to help you off, to mentor you. So feel free to reach out to people if you're not getting jobs and stuff in the companies that you want to. And also platforms like ADP List and all, they're made to help designers out there. No matter whether you are at mid-level, senior level, there's always a mentor that you could always find in your life, and that's what these platforms are meant for. And what I say is keep yourself open up to everything and don't only think, oh, I have this company, I have to go to only this company. Stop being in that mindset and try and work yourself really hard. I personally believe that manifestation and hard work really works. So don't just sit and manifest and think it will work. So manifest and also work hard towards wherever you want to go, in whatever direction you want to go, and eventually you will get there. So all it takes is grit, resilience, and hard work. So I would like to conclude.
Yeah, how will you advise like a young designer to get to like the next level and differentiate themselves in our times?
So that's actually a very good question, but I'll talk today, it's based on my experience and my learnings. And basically what I've noticed, because I've mentored over 300 people so far, and one thing that I've really seen is that currently, especially the Indian market, it's really crowded with a lot of young designers trying to get into the field. This also shows one good thing, that design has been acknowledged now, and like other fields, which wasn't the case way before. When I started, at least it wasn't the case like this. And even still, like few times when I tell someone that I'm a designer, they think I'm a fashion designer and talks about clothing and all that. But still, I'm very glad that the design awareness is growing, and more people are getting into design education, and they're getting into good schools and colleges to pursue design and education. Also, people who are in other fields are taking boot camps and courses and then getting into this field. So in a way, you could see that field is being validated, and the designers are getting validated in the current ecosystem. But this also creates one of this problem that there's way more people than do. So differentiation plays a very major role in getting what you want to achieve, and there are different ways to do that. The first and foremost thing is being very good with your craft and your skills. So no matter what, that's a ground zero that people want to focus at. How good are you with your skill, your craft? How good are you doing it better? That's the first thing. And second is the way how you convey your stories also. So being a designer also means that you have to be an effective storyteller, and how your product narrates out to a larger audience and how it tells and solves their larger issues also matter. And third comes a very good portfolio to tell all of this credibility and bring credibility to your profile. And then comes the personal branding aspect as well. I personally feel designers should start working on their personal branding, because it not just opens up new gate, but also it helps you build up a lot of new skills. So as you are doing this, for us being in college itself, you're getting exposure by meeting a lot of new people, also understanding, and in the meanwhile, you are just creating a wonderful product that people could refer to and learn from. So personal branding also goes in a long way. And then comes the major part, which is the resilience aspect. So no matter what, you have to stick with. Staying that resilient and consistent is what the larger game is all about, and that's what make you stay differentiated. Because if you consistently practice upon a thing, be resilient. Even if you're not getting jobs and all, don't be excited about it. Just work on yourself. Just keep pushing yourself up, and then eventually you'll get. So being resilient is very much important.
That great advice, superb. Like 100% resonate with the personal branding thing. Like so much of the good things that have happened to me, or almost all of it, because of the small amount of personal branding journey that I've started on my LinkedIn. And specifically with the resilience, I think that's an important point. A lot of people don't, highlight often, but it is tough. There is competition, and so resilience will play, of course, a key part. Thanks for highlighting that. A lot of people don't highlight that. They keep talking about portfolios and all. I think that's super fascinating is accolades, right, in people's life. Tell us about your experience of being the top design writer twice on Medium, then the MIT COVID-19 challenge, Microsoft STCI Innovation as well. But what did you personally learn from these accolades and these moments?
So these were like as a part and parcel of the journey that you go through. So they were never like mug or being done कि I have to achieve this specific sort of an award or something. They were came in all by parcel of the work. So I used to actively write on Medium. Way before even when I started Nodes of Design podcast, I was writing heavily on Medium, and during that process, Medium was also quite new then when I started writing. So it gave a lot of learnings for me also, like how to write, how to share your thought, and there was this huge journey, and I took it as a 52 weeks of exercise right there to learn or make myself so comfortable with writing. And I never, like, while I was writing that, I never thought one day I'll end up writing a book, and these experiences will help me there. So it was all just a base start, a passion to do something and explore something and learn something new. And all these extra clouds and awards are just the byproduct of the same. So it was never like aim for awards and then do certain thing. And I feel like whenever someone tries to do that also, it's mostly most of the times it doesn't work and it only gives you disappointment. But instead, if you just passionate about what you are doing, just keep doing it, and then these accolades and awards will be like part of the ongoing process or the journey that you have taken for.
Makes sense. I mean, the awards kind of basically validate the efforts that you have taken consistently for a long time. But if you try and take those efforts for the accolades, maybe it wouldn't work, right?
Yes.